Good morning, Dodge Grand Caravan friends. Today is August the 2nd, 2025, approximately 10:40 in the morning, and I'm here in the garage of a friend's house, and I am working on my 2004 Dodge Grand Caravan. My Caravan is very old, well, 21, 22 years, and it has got more and more problems. The latest is a transmission problem. So I do not know how much longer it will work for me. So I can basically do whatever I want with this van because it doesn't matter. Today I want to install something in the roof. It's just an idea. The van, which is my work van, I use it for work related stuff. The van gets very hot here in Kelowna in the summer. When it's outside, it's really hot. And I have the idea that I want to install a hole in the roof to help it with like venting it. The highest point, the heat rises, blah, blah, blah. So I went to Rona and I bought this little thing here. It's a shower drain. And I want to keep it very simple, very small. And so that's the plan. I want to find the location to put this thing and then put it in. And I'm gonna worry about the other things later, like how to close it up and make sure there's no rain going in there. I've got a few ideas. Anyways, so this is the plan. I want to find a location to put the hole in, and then put the hole in, and if it works out, well, you're gonna see it on the video. So this is a 4-inch drain, like two plastic thing here. So the hole I have to find has to be 4-inch. Anyways, I'm gonna show you something now on the inside. Okay, so this is the inside, and you see the ceiling here. And as you might know, every roof has got like ribs, like struts going. So we have to find the location which is in between the struts, because the struts are really thick, or metal and everything. So I'm looking at the ceiling here of my Grand Caravan, and I'm seeing these plastic, I don't know how you call them, plastic pins or whatever. There's one there, or one there. There used to be probably one here. I mean, there used to be the entertainment system, but when you look at the spacing, and there's one there. So I don't know for sure, but I think that these struts run exactly where these plastic plugs are or used to be. And these things are there to hold up the inside of the roof, the inside of the ceiling against the roof. So that's what I'm thinking. So my plan is to find the location between this and this. And I want to cut the hole right in the middle here. See, when I go here, it seems to be the roof, and here, see, it's easy. You can bend it, and here it's hard again. So, like I said, I'm not for sure, but I think this is right in the middle between the two ribs or struts or whatever you want to call them. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to measure, go on top of the roof, mark it up, drill a hole, and then maybe if I'm lucky I can install my little vent right there. Right here. Okay, let's find the location on top of the roof. Okay, so this is the roof, and I want to put the hole somewhere in the middle there. I assume it's going to be there. So let's find the location. You can see, you see the end of the roof here? So we need to measure from the end of the roof to wherever the in between the ribs is going to be. So this is the end of the roof. So let's try to figure out more or less, okay? You can see the edge here, but the edge hangs over. Let's say when I lift up the gate here, this is set back approximately an inch. You see? So the end of the roof, and then this part is like an inch back. All right. Okay, let's do some measuring. Okay, you see, I got the tape measure here. Okay. I touch the tape to the end of the metal, and you can see it says 5.5 inches. So it's 5.5 to here the end. It's 5.5 inches here to the end of, you know, where the rubber is for the gate. But there's 1 inch difference from the back point to the end of the roof. So basically from here to the back of the roof, where I want to start measuring later, it's 4.5 inches, right? 5.5 from here to the end, 1 inch overhang, that means it's 4.5 inches from here to the end of the roof. Okay. So the end of the tape I have to line up with the rubber of the gate there. You see, more or less like this. And then you see the two plastic knobs here, one here and one here. So the center of the would be like here. Okay, I'm gonna just measure quickly. Okay. Look at this. I put the tape end on the one plug, and look, the second plug says 16 inches. This is almost like house construction. So 8 inches would be right in the middle between the two struts, where I think the struts are. So I'm going to mark there where 8 inches is, okay? Okay, you see it? It says 8 inches, and I marked it with a pencil. It's kind of difficult to do this with only 2 hands. Okay. I put the end of the tape of the marker where I want the center of the hole, and I'm looking here. It says 34. You can see it? So 34 is kind of the end here where the, yeah. And of course it's at an angle, so if I go down, 34. Like for me, it's 34. I think I'm within the ½ inch probably. So it's 34 inches from here to the center of my hole. 34. Okay, let's remember 34. Okay. Remember the measurement from here to the back there was 5.5. From here to the end of the roof was 1 inch less, was 4.5. So if we go from here to the center of where I want to drill the hole, it would be 34 inches minus 4.5 gives us 29.5 inches. So from the end of the roof, see the nice line here, from the end of the roof to the location of the where I want to drill the hole, 29.5 inches. So let's mark this already. So from the end of the roof, 29.5 inches. You see it there, 29.5 is here. I'm going to make a nice marker here. So 29.5 is the center of my hole. Okay, so I marked the line here where I think the center of my hole will be, and I'm looking through the window there, and I'm looking through the window, and it doesn't seem to line up where I think it is. Anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my drill, my metal drill, and I'm going to put a hole through the ceiling and the roof, and then we can see how close we were. I know it's close, and like I said, nothing really here matters, so so I'm going to take a drill, and you see, from here to here is 16, this is 8, so this is perfect distance between the two spots. I just drill a hole through, and it should come out very close to the line. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it and see how close our measurements were. Okay, here's my my drill with a metal drill bit, and let's put a hole in the ceiling and in the roof. Okay. Okay. Well, that was easy. Went through like butter. That means it was just the metal of the roof and no other metal strut or nothing else. That's what I think. So let's have a look on top of the roof and see how far we are away from what we measured. Okay. Look at that. Wow! Is this awesome or what? This is like a half an inch off. It's half an inch to the back of where we figured it out with measuring. So that's really good. Okay, I drew a new line here with my square where the hole was, and I want to show you something interesting. See, this from here to here is 6 inches, and when you measure the drain, it's 4 inch. So the marker from here to here is 4, gives you 1 inch there and 1 inch there. Like really awesome. So I'm gonna let's draw up the hole. Very nice. Look. So the only thing I have to do now is take the jigsaw and cut out a nice 4-inch hole and keep on the line, and don't wander inwards, you know, like keep on the line. Maybe a millimeter outwards is better than a millimeter inwards. Okay, let's get the jigsaw and cut the hole. And I think before I cut the hole with the jigsaw, I'm gonna make a starter hole, like a bigger hole here at the edge. That's where the blade goes in from the jigsaw, and then we go around. Okay. So I drilled the hole. Now I'm going to get the jigsaw ready. Okay, well, I can't find the jigsaw. That would have been really nice and easy. So I have no other choice. I'm just gonna use a smaller drill bit and just, you know, drill all the way around. Yeah, it is what it is. Anyways, when you're walking here with the metal, try to wear some safety glasses so that the stuff not flies into your eyes, because this is very fine metal dust, whatever, metal pieces. So yeah, wear safety glasses all the time. Okay, I'm gonna now drill all the way around it, and I'll show you when I'm done how it looks. Yeah, so I did it. Didn't take long. I don't know, 3-4 minutes. All right, here it is. Now I'm trying to smooth out the edge a little bit, maybe with a file or a little plier or something. Okay, I filed it. I've got a round file here, and I went around it. Very nice, and look, that fits in. So I just have to cut the inside sealing, soft material, whatever it is. Okay, I used the drill again, and I cut around the sealing material. I don't know what it is, fiber, foam. So we got a hole now, and I'm not just going to make it a little bit more even and level. All right. Okay, Grand Caravan friends, I used this plier to make the edge nice and level. Then I use the round file again and went around, and when I put my hand over, it's nice and flat. And then I take my little piece here, and look, is this awesome or what? Completely flat. Completely flat. Very nice. It's like Look. I mean, you won't be able to see it. If I spray can it silver later, pretty nice. It's almost like a stealth vent. Yeah, nobody will know. Okay, so I'm going to now take it out again, and I'm going to find something to glue it in. Maybe silicone or construction glue. Yeah, something like that. All right. Okay. I found some construction adhesive. Very nice. And I put it around the plastic here, the drain thing. And now I'm gonna take it and pop it in there. The construction adhesive says it sticks to metal, PVC and everything. I think this is a good choice. Alright, let's pop it in. Super happy. Very, very nice. Grand Caravan friends. Very nice. I'm gonna find something heavy to pop on here for a couple hours while it is drying, like a, I don't know what, something heavy. I found an anvil. Turned it upside down. It's really heavy. So this is how you install a shower drain plug on the top of your Grand Caravan. Okay, this is the bottom of it. It only sticks 3/8 down, and of course it can be trimmed if I have to, but we'll see. Right now I'm not gonna touch it, and I'm going to let it dry for a couple hours.